Gents, thanks very much for sitting down and having a chat with me here at Home Park. Last time we spoke, Adam, about the under-23s, it would have been just after January. Since then, you've gone on and had a good bit of form, if you will. 7 points in the last 5 games. Talk to me a little bit about the main difference, really, since the new year.
The biggest difference is we've settled more this part of the season. We've had a bit more consistency with availability of players. We've had a more run of games as well. Having those run of games has really helped us to grow as a unit, as a team. We go to each game now with a lot more confidence, having that consistent run, which has really built us up. Really.
And we're not obviously joined by just you today. We're joined by Harrison as well, the assistant manager. Seeing as I got you both here, I thought I'd talk a little bit about your guys' partnership. It's the first time you guys have worked together really in this role. How do you think you guys have developed as a coaching team over the season?
So for me, it's been a brilliant experience working with Adam. I've worked with Adam I've been with Argyle for the last year, but obviously in this role at the start of the season, to be able to make that partnership stronger with Adam. We do work closely together. We talk all the time about players, training. Our relationship's constantly improving. We never seem to fall out. We just seem to crack on with it. We get along. We agree on most things. Some things we don't, but even when we don't agree on something, I'll say my reasoning of something, Adam will say his reasoning, and we come to a decision based on that.
Ads, obviously we spoke a little bit about earlier as well. There's been a positive change of form, if you will, in the league. Like I said, picking up 7 points in the last 5 games. Talk to me about the key moments for you in those last 2 games, because there's been a couple of very interesting matches, so to speak.
Yeah, the girls have gone into a bit, like I said, with a bit more positivity with the games, and what's been the greatest thing that I've seen over these last games that we've had is that we've started to dictate the play a lot more. We've started to dominate possession, and we've settled a lot more on the ball as well. So we're not panicking on the ball. If we can't go forward, instead of trying to force it to go forward, we're actually going back and retaining possession, and we're looking to rebuild every time. By doing that, it's given us the girls have grown more confident on the ball. We look to break away the best we can in terms of where the space is. We start to notice patterns and trends in games, which we can then plan for. And second half, we tend to grow a bit more from that as well. So we analyse what goes on first half, add it into the game plan for the second half, and we tend to grow as the game goes on.
Yeah, and talking about growth, obviously that took a little bit of a knock this weekend. Sadly, obviously the result wasn't what you wanted. 3-3 with Swindon. Talk to me a little bit about that match and how it kind of all happened for you guys, really.
Yeah, we arrived at the venue again, which is great. When we get to venues, we always get there at a very good time, so we're not pushing, we're not rushing for our preparations, and we arrived there with our squad full of confidence. After the last game we played, we knew that we could get goals from the previous game, but obviously again what did us last time we played Swindon was conceding in the second half again. And the game against Swindon was first half we were really positive. We got 3 goals, really good goals. Could have had probably more. Girls really put an effort in. It was a really boggy pitch. It was very hard to continue what we were doing in the first half into the second half, and again we only had the 1 sub to change with, and where Swindon had the full 5 subs to use, so they utilised that the best, and in the second half they took advantage of tired legs, which caused the 3-3 draw. But again, it's a point for us, and we look to build and grow from that. We're a very confident squad this second half of the season now, and again we look at every single thing that's positive. We look at the areas of development, and we try to influence that and adapt that in training and work on it.
Yeah, and you mentioned there as well, confidence has obviously been on the up and it's developed massively. Another thing that's obviously quite crucial to football matches is the atmosphere in the dressing room, and as we've spoke about, there's been a lot of positive performances which have added to that. Harrison, how would you rate the atmosphere in the dressing room, if you will, even despite the result obviously on the weekend not being what you want it to be?
I think the atmosphere has been brilliant all season. We do turn up to games, obviously, as everybody knows, the first half of the season we did struggle. Since, for me, the biggest turning point in terms of our season was Southampton away. We went ahead every single time, and I think me and Adam looked at back in the space of 4 minutes, we were back on top. So for me, the changing room and the atmosphere has been brilliant, even in terms of the early starts we have, the late finishes we have, in terms of just even on the minibus as well. The girls are always in high spirits, they're always laughing, they're always smiling, they're playing their music, they're just, yeah, the atmosphere is always very, very good, and it's something to be a part of.
That's fantastic to hear. And final question from me. There's only a few more games left in the season, but that's all kind of set to change, Adam, isn't it? Can you explain to me a little bit what's in the future for the club, really, for the next few matches?
Yeah, so we've got our final league game on the 9th against Keynsham, and the league, obviously, the start of the season was planned for everyone to play each other 3 times. That's now changed because of the postponements that's happened. There's not enough scope to get everyone to play each other 3 times. So after our last game, what's going to happen is, in terms of the league, the teams that finish in the top 4 will play each other once more, and the teams that finish in the bottom half will play each other once more again. So we're looking forward to 3 more games. Wherever we finish, whoever we get, we'll go into it with confidence that we can come away with the 3 points.
Well, like I said, lads, it's brilliant to chat to you guys. Best of luck for the rest of the season, and thanks very much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Cheers, Jake.